Everybody, welcome back to TerraFirmaCraft Season 6, Episode 74 with me, Sid, and I'm in here with the playcast in the thing. I've got 7 red steel ingots, and they are going to be cast into sheets, which, well, they're going to be cast into 3 sheets and 1 ingot, because, you know, I suppose I could leave, I don't know. What we got left? 3 ingots. So this is just faster than having to hammer these things out, really. It doesn't help in any other respect. Might as well have a red steel axe rather than a red steel just thing, because that's going to break soon. Gives us a spare axe head and 3 red steel sheets. Now you can see here I am looking at what I need for armour, and I need quite a bit, because I need double sheet plus a single sheet, so can actually make a helmet now. I need a double sheet plus a double sheet, so that's going to require 2, 4, 6, 8 ingots for that. Legs are going to be a double sheet plus a single sheet, so that's going to be another 2, 4, 6, so that's 14. And then boots are going to be another 1 plus another 1, so that's 2, 4, so that's 18 ingots of red steel I would need, plus, you know, the bit for the helmet which I've got. So let's oh, what have I got left there? I've got a tiny little bit of red steel, but that's fine. I'm not going to worry about that. I would rather have a clear furnace thing. So let's refresh our memory on what we actually need to make red steel, because I always forget. So I need 5 to 2 to 1 to 1. So I don't have any brass. I have the steel, and I have an awful lot of black steel there, and therefore let's go and just double check what I've got. What was it? Rose gold and brass, wasn't it? Got a rose gold. It's the brass I am missing. So brass is, let's have a look. Brass is made by 2 copper to 1 zinc. Have I got any of that? Well, I'm fairly certain I've got copper. I was fairly certain I had copper. I apparently don't have copper, and probably not even zinc. Let's have a look what we're doing for copper, so I can make up some of that. I might as well just run most of that bar. Well, I'll just run it until I've got copper, and then soldiers and zombies. Well, that answers that question, doesn't it? I wasn't certain whether the invasion would start or not, and any second. There they are. Come on then, lads, and do your worst. Unless they spawn into the castle, I'm reasonably content that they're not going to do a great deal of anything. Actually, it sounds like one has managed to find the Bernie stuff earlier, so yeah, Not a huge amount to do. I'm still a bit gutted about me. There is... Hey, bump. There is was a comment on the last video when we lost the cow that's saying that apparently what happens is that sometimes as the animals grow they get bigger and they clip into a block and take damage. That explains why, but that's a bug that needs fixing, because breeding animals in this game is horrendous, and having them drop dead just because of a glitch is even worse. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure how to actually fix that going forward. I don't know whether they take... Do you guys mind? I'm trying to talk here. Yes, you. Hello. Whee! Oh, yeah, you spotted. Right, anyway. Yeah, I mean, that is a technical reason why, but it's not a good reason for the hows or the white wherefores of a thing. Anyway, I'm just going to pass this invasion because, you know, there's not a huge amount to do with it while we wait for it to go, and then we'll continue looking at the red steel in the morning. Alright, invasion's over. Well, I've killed everything. I suppose that classes as over, doesn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 2 to 1, I believe. That should be 35, 70, 95 plus a bit. And I'm only going to make, oh, that's 2 to 1, isn't it? 1, 2, 3. Maybe that. Maybe go with that. That should get me close to what I want, without wasting too much. So let's start off with that lot. And we got the rose gold. Next invasion in 10 days. That's a surprise. We've never seen that message before. Anyway, let's get this one done. And then as soon as that's melted, that will be 3 ingots and a bit, which is way over what we need, but that's fine. I can cast an ingot out. But that should give me 1 ingot, 2 ingots, 3 ingots, 4 ingots, and okay, that's fine. So what we'll do is we'll play this safe and we'll just cast these out as ingots. We'll break that, clear it, and then we can start putting together our next batch of red steel, which we can cast into sheets and weld those up things. So I need to, that's that. And what did I say? 18 more. That's quite a lot, actually. We may not have enough to handle this. That's, well, I can break the controller or I can do that. Either works. Right. So, 1 brass, 1 rose gold. 2 steel. And a whole load of black steel. Now, what was it? Because, I mean, I can... Yeah, it was 5, so I've definitely only got 4 there. So we'll take you. And that can be melted down. And that should give us a reasonable amount towards our black steel. With a little bit of luck. Well, not black, red steel. Red steel. I'm not sure how much I'm going to get off of this. I can't remember the exact number we get. So, rather than sit and try and work it out, I'll just let it have its day. That's going to be 14 ingots of black steel though, which is more than enough to do this plus a whole load. And in fact, if I get another batch of another batch of, so I've got everything else. I can leave the black steel in. Let's bring you down here. So that's 9 ingots of red steel. I need 18, so I need to do that again. I need more steel. Well, that's easily achieved. Well, that's reasonably easily achieved. I can either whack a pig iron in and do it that way, which let's go with let's go and get a drink actually, and then go with slurp. Yeah, let's go get so that should have 6 wrought iron in it. Let's turn that into steel. I don't need 6 steel, but you know, I don't really need 6 iron either, to be honest, desperately. So that is going to take a hot minute. So while that is doing its thing, I mean, I could chop down a great wood tree, I suppose. Or well, I suppose chopping down a great wood tree seems to be the best option. I don't suppose I've got any ladders here, have I? No, but I have got some ash lumber, so let's do that. Oh, that's not right. 16, yeah, we'll just do, I think 32 should be more than adequate. Because of course these things are always easier chopped down from the top. Hup. Yeah. And carry on. All the way to the top. Where we then reverse the process and make this tree shorter. That should just about do it. Now, needless to say, you have to be bloody careful with these because they're here to kill you. Fall from this height is deadly. That's pretty much standard TFC though. So, yeah, nothing new there. Oh, damn you. Yeah. Anyway, as interesting as this is, I'll be back in a mo. I actually can't believe this, but I actually had 7 pig iron in this furnace right here. So plus the 4 I've got, I'm going to have plenty of steel, although I am going to have to process this because the recipe for steel is do the high carbon steel blah blah blah, which we get from by, yeah, we get it via various things, but we basically go, no, we're not going to do that. That's silly. That's going to be very wasteful. We're going to have to process up the pig iron, basically. So that's the thing. We've got the tree down and used that constructively to fill the charcoal ovens a little bit more. So that was all good. Yeah, so we are more or less. Did I? Brass, rose gold. So it's just the 2 steel I need, isn't it? Yes, of course it is. So that's the bit I'm missing. I have got one steel, so I just need one steel out of this, which is going to be a bit of a bind because I'm going to have to faff around on here, but you know, there you go. Such is life. So these are warming up nicely, and well, you see me make steel before, so I'll be back in a little while. Alright, just the last 4, and what I have been doing is balancing out my steel and pig iron, because 1 steel and 1 pig iron becomes black steel. So if I do run short of black steel, I do need to keep some pig iron. However, right, these are still liquid. Let me just cool a couple of these down quickly. And pop those away, and you can go there and there, and these are still liquid. I've got to wait for them to cool down a little bit. Ready for this hammer to break. Probably won't break this go, but you know. But that will give us an equal amount of pig iron and steel, which probably is the better way to do this. However, I am stuck waiting for this. This is actually, oh, there you go, perfectly. We've got one there. This is pretty straightforward. Sometimes I have to go back up a little bit, but there you go. Steel. It's still very hot, but that doesn't stop you stacking it. And finally, we pop this one in, and add a little bit of that. And there's another steel. Right, so we needed 2 steel, I believe, which unbalances that straight away. I recognise my efforts to balance things will fall over pretty much immediately because we've got the black steel, we've got the brass, we've got that. Whack that in, that will give me another 9 ingots of red steel, which will take us up to 18, plus the thing which I think is enough to do all of this. I really hope it is. But there's 5 ingots of black steel there, so I can always make more. But 18 ingots of steel will give me red steel, I should say, yes. Will give me quite a lot of sheets, which I can then go start welding together and shaping into the various things. So we're 1 step forward to a shiny red suit. And yeah, if I could make it purple, I would do. But why not? Back in a moment. Alright, so we need to get these up to welding temperature. And I need to do those 2. Those 2. Two for the helmet, 2 and 2. No, that's not the right place to put them. Come on, you know what you're doing. 2 and 2, and then the rest are all single plates. So again, let's get this lot lit. We'll get these welded, which is the easiest bit of the job. And then we can heat these up and start making these. Now I think with the but they all, with the exception of the boots, use a double, so we can probably go double and then make the unfinished red helmet, which is good. Then we can do the same with these. I am not going to do all the hammering on camera because I will probably end up swearing a lot. So yeah, that's just a thing that's well worthwhile knowing. And Yeah, oh, you can get to make a planer blade, which has a high durability. And what do you use? Well, you just use planers to make the lumber, which is used to make what? Some wood chimes, some fancy blocks, other blocks. That's an awful lot of, yeah, that's a lot of resource to make some wooden blocks, I'm afraid. So yeah, I'm just waiting for these to heat up again. And again, I shall be back in a bit. Okay, we have got our chest plate done. That was actually relatively straightforward, and we are going to weld those, and that should be done. It came out with a masterful quality, and we have the first part of our armour done. Now over in here I've got the two parts heating up for the boots, and I've also got the leggings and that, and these, that's not quite there yet. These should be getting close, but I think what I need, if I haven't got one, let me just have a look at my armour stands again, just so we can get this. Slabs and planks, that's a bit pricey. There's a slab. What have we got in the way of plankage? Ironwood probably won't work, but we'll give it a try. Yeah, alright, I stand corrected. Let's put you over here and let's start adorning this beautiful, beautiful statue of statuesqueness. It's going to take a while, but we should be able to do those two. And we came up with no bonuses or penalties, but that's still good. There's our lovely red helmet. We can take all of that. We can probably, because this is going to be easier to run, we'll pop these in here, and then we can pop those out and pop them in. Let's just do them up there. I know that spot is usually hotter, but it doesn't make that much difference in my experience. So we're just waiting for these to achieve can weld status, and well, actually I can work on that one, but let's see whether I can be as cheeky and get my boots done. Almost. Not quite. Nope. Too far. Or not far enough, I should say. Oh, so close. Ah, cold. Okay, I'm going to have to put that into heat, and I'm going to do this properly, but it takes a while, as all things do. But at least we can do you relatively straightforward. There's our legs. And then it's just a matter of boots. And again, we didn't come out with any positive or negative traits, which is all nice. So now it's just a matter of getting the boots done. And I think we'll come back once I've got that done. I will sit there and hammer away at this like a madman. Back in a mo. And there you have heavy, large, and no negatives again. So, well, that lot can come out, and this lot can go on. Now, the elephant in the room. Oh, no, we'll get the right thing. The one thing that I've never been overly fond with this is, and I don't know when it's going to be really hard to see. How do I? Can I? No, that's not going to work. You can't see very well. Oh, you can hear. Look. How is that protecting my head? It's got a massive great gaping hole in the top of it. But we have red steel, which means that we can either we can pop this back into, well, we can melt it in here and we'll get some steel. I don't know whether it will actually work in this. A little bit of black steel there. No, it won't. I'm not desperate for steel right now, so let's go and pop this armour away in the wardrobe, because it served us well, briefly, but well. Yeah, we'll live. And the next thing I think we need to think about is heading off down to the dungeon and just putting a little few more finishing touches onto that nice green bar at the bottom there with the words 32, well, the letters 32 anyway, on it. And you know, this is reasonably straightforward, so we can hammer this lot through. I shall almost certainly, well, let me get some of this out of the way. Things like these will go down into the hole of despair. Well, hopefully they will. No. But that's fine. We can work this, get ourselves a few levels, and then as soon as it turns to night time, we can go and start whacking some enchants on this red steel armor and see what we can come up with. Yeah, so let me do a little bit of mob slaying, and I'll be back in a bit. Alright, up to 35 levels. It's not a huge amount, but with the quark enchanting, I don't think I'm going to need that much. Because you spend these in a peculiar fashion. So we go and take, we'll start with a chest plate, shall we? And we'll pop you in there, and we are going to add a shape, and it's fire protection. So we'll pop that in. And that is fire protection. So that's fire protection 2 for 2 levels. That's soulbound. I will take it and we'll stick you in there. That's soulbound, so we'll pop you in there. I think now I've got fire protection on it, it can't get any other. So that's fire protection. And that's fire protection. Shall I go for one more? Let's have fire protection. Oops. That is not what, no, it's not what I want to happen. Fire protection 3 upgrade. Oh, I need another one. Unbreaking. I'll take it. Let's rotate that round. What is the best way to fit that in? Pop it in there. Right, I've got another level. That's another level of unbreaking. Again, we can, oh, damn it, we can take it. Am I going to be better with that there? Just in case. Unbreaking, unbreaking. Oh, you just do that. Now I need 2 levels, and that is soulbound. It doesn't give me... I suppose soulbound 2, I need 2 of those though. And an unbreaking, we'll whack that on. We're hammering through the levels now though. Can I get another fire protection? I can, and that takes me up to there. Let's go with that. So that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. And there we go. Now all we need to do is rinse and repeat 3 more times with a bunch more levels, and that spawner is not the fastest in the world. I mean, it's not the worst, don't get me wrong, it's just also not the fastest. So what I'm wondering is there a way that we can make this a little bit better? See, we have got around in here in a few places. I think these are all spider spawners though, and that ain't gonna hack it for me. That's definitely a spider spawner. Unfortunately, using redstone is going to be pretty expensive, but I'm fairly certain that somewhere in one of these spaces, and not that one, skeleton spawner, no use to nobody. Well, I mean, it is of use to somebody, it's just not a great deal of use. I also need to keep my eye on my water situation, because it's not potentially the best. I thought we had... yeah, there we go. So if I were to... have I got them on me? I haven't, of course not. But if I were to go in and go behind here, then I hate that sound effect. It is terrifying. But if we could get that into the room, then we could potentially... what are you? I think you might be a Skellybob spawner. You are a Skellybob spawner. And that is that spider spawner, which I'm not going to go anywhere near. So I've got no idea quite how deadly that's going to be. And again, we've got the option up here of... nothing there though, strange. But again, skeleton spawner. So what I actually need to do is get the redstone out of these things, put down some proper lighting, bring back some blocks, and then run some redstone through to put a redstone lamp underneath that. See where I'm going, don't you? Right, let's see about coming back with some relevant materials that will allow me to turn that on and off, because then I think I can use carry on to move can't remember which. I think I've got carry on. Let me just double check. Yeah, right shift. Okay. Yeah, so that. But we can do that with the spawner. We can go and find ourselves another zombie spawner down in the lower level and hopefully bring it up and extend that facility. That's just an idea. Right, I'm going to head back to the castle. I'm going to pull myself some supplies together and I'll be back in a second. Alright, that's it. I've just run a redstone line down under there and we now have the capability to turn this off or on. It's not 100% perfect. Certainly, no, it's not advanced redstone by any stretch of the imagination. Hey, stupid. Wow. You're really not the... I'm hungry as well. However, that's step one of the process. We now need to go and get on with step two of the process, which is to go and find myself a couple more spawners. Maybe even 3, who knows? Just line them up, stick. I could potentially, if I wanted to, I think, get away with that. And that should give me the option to place another spawner on top if I wanted. A little bit convoluted for the ones at the back. They don't put things, but the zombies, so they call out for support, which is always nice. I do need to, however, sort out this a little bit. So let me just sort myself out and what do I need to get rid of? Well, you and you can be crafted together. I'm kind of saving this just because broken diamond boots. I mean, they're utterly useless. I don't think they have a great deal of, use in the game, but it doesn't matter because they're kind of fun at the same time. So, new apprentice spellbook there. That is probably of more use. Let me just continue. Hello, sorting through this lot. I'll be back in a mo. Okay, with all of that sorted, we have now got to go and find ourselves a spawner. And that is potentially going to be easier said than done. Oh, hello. Well, there's a spawner. Oh, don't want you. You are a skeleton spawner, so not really my cup of tea. Not feeling anything that way. He says not feeling, it's like it doesn't have the right vibe. This way doesn't feel very exciting. That way doesn't feel. Again, none of these are looking like they're gonna give me what I want. That's not feeling it either somehow. Right, well, you got the... Oh, hello. Right, let's push this direction then. I haven't got a lot of jack-o'-lanterns. This is the only real concern. And again, you know, if you think I'm being overly cautious, then you're probably right, but I've got a sneaking suspicion that there is possibly a spawner. There's definitely a spawner there, but I got a feeling there might be one closer by. But that's definitely a zombie spawner, so either way I'm kind of a win-win here. I don't know why those have moved down there either, but let's try get this. Let's see if we can't. No. No. God, mushrooms. Such a pain in the bum. There we go. Right, and then we'll pop that there. And perfect. I didn't want that though. Need to get a bit closer and grab. You are mine. I will see you a lot later. Now this is going to take a while because you don't move fast when you're carrying a spawner around, but yeah, doesn't matter, and I'll avoid the soul sand because that will slow me down even more. So now I need to get this thing up to that room and in spot. And I can take a little bit of damage. I mean, it's not, if I put it down and inadvertently spawn a zombie on top of me, then it's not going to be the end of the world. But yeah, this is going to take a hot minute, so I'll be back in a mo. Alright, we are walking down to the thing very slowly with the second spawner. And I don't know whether you can hear, but I have a kitten on my shoulder. Well, not kitten now, she's a cat. But yeah, she's on my shoulder, and my microphone is probably picking up that purring. She's going under it, and now she is rubbing up against the microphone. So it's been a while since the last kitten interlude or cat interlude, and now she's watching. You're actually quite a lot in the way there, Catlet. Yes. Anyway. We can grab that. I've left it with hello. Oh, I see. I'm sat there going, why am I going that direction, cat, with a paw on the key? Right. But that gives us 3 times the spawn of fun. Which means we should be able to level up that a little bit faster. And when I want to go in there and pick up all of the level drops or the loot, any loot that goes in the wrong way, then that's not a problem. No. I wish they would stop with those noises though. Yeah, so the spawner mechanics will not allow them to spawn if there's too many mobs in the area, but with 3 spawners it just means the likelihood of spawns goes up significantly, which is great, I think, because just makes this job all the easier. Of course, I do appear to also be picking up a whole load of cack as well there, so it's worth mentioning as well, to be honest. And that can go in. Right, oh hello. Sorry. Was I not giving you the attention you deserve there? Anyway, we are at about 40 odd minutes. It's probably time to call this a day. If I can turn myself around, get that kind of view going, maybe. No, that's not working. Maybe like that. And that should do us for a thumbnail, I believe. So yeah, lots of stuff coming in, lots of other stuff coming in, which is pretty useless. But we have an off switch, so we can get that one. I could get more spawners in there. I don't genuinely see much point. But on that note, thank you very much for watching, everybody, and I will see you soon. Until then, thanks for watching. Bye for now.